जंगल जंगल फिर बात चली.
All India Radio presents Fabulous Fables of India. Shh! Strictly for kids and the young at heart.
जंगल जंगल फिर बात चली में आज हम आपको सुनवाने जा रहे हैं ऑफ आउल्स एंड क्रोज ये कहानी. और ये कहानी आपको सुनाएंगी अंजना शर्मा, हु इज पॉपुलरली नोन एज बुलबुल शर्मा. पता है बच्चों, ये ऑथर ही नहीं, ये एक पेंटर भी हैं. तो आइए सुनते हैं कहानी ऑफ आउल्स एंड क्रोज, और सुना रही हैं बुलबुल शर्मा.
A large number of crows lived happily on an old banyan tree in the middle of a dense forest. They had lots of juicy berries to eat and leafy branches to build their nests on. All would have been perfect, except for one thing. A gang of owls would come at night to attack them. The king of crows was Meghavarna, a large, glossy black crow. This morning, he looked very worried and kept hopping from one branch to another branch. Last night, a gang of owls had again attacked the crows and killed quite a few of them. The king asked his ministers to do something about these terrible attacks. "We must think of a plan urgently to protect our crow clan," he said. "What can we do? These owls can see so well at night, while we cannot see in the dark at all. So they attack us, and we lose the fight each time," said the minister. The king of crows asked every one of his ministers, but no one had any solution to this terrible problem. Then one old minister called Sthira Jiva fluffed up his black wings and said in a loud, croaking voice, "Your Majesty, I have an idea." "What is it? Tell me quickly. I am willing to listen to any idea as long as it will save my beloved crow clan," said Meghavarna in a sad voice as he turned his head to look at the old crow. The other crows shook their heads and smirked. What a waste of time! What could this old crow have to say? But since their king came forward to listen to the old crow, they all came forward too. The old banyan tree began to shake as the crows hopped around from branch to branch to get a closer look at their king. Now, this is what the wise old minister said. "I will go as a spy to the cave where the owls live. The owls will be suspicious of me. So first, you will have to call me a traitor and cast me out from this banyan tree. Then I will call you all kinds of terrible names and pretend to be your enemy. Thus, the owls will not be suspicious anymore. I will gain their trust and become their friend. I will be able to enter the cave where they live." Meghavarna, the king of crows, agreed to this plan. He pushed the old crow down from the branches of the banyan tree, croaking angrily, "Out of my sight, you traitor! Never show your face here again!" The owls, who were always spying on the crows, heard this commotion and flew down to inspect. They found the old minister, Sthira Jivi, lying on the ground, crying loudly. "The evil king of crows has cast me away from the banyan tree. Oh, please help me, kind owls. I will forever be your loyal servant. Please take me with you, old great noble king of owls." The king of owls was not sure what to do, so he asked his ministers for advice. "Should we take this crow with us? He might come useful to us in the future," he said. "This looks like some cunning plot. We must be careful of this old crow. We should not trust him," said the ministers. But the king of owls would not listen to them. He was very pleased because the clever old crow was now flattering him and calling him the bravest, the most intelligent owl in the world. "What glossy feathers you have, sir! Our king is all dull and black, but you are a beautiful golden brown. What big eyes you have, sir! How well you can see in the dark, sir, while we crows are blind after sunset," croaked the clever old crow. The king of owls was very pleased with all this praise and ordered his ministers to take the old crow with them. "Make sure he has plenty of good food to eat. Poor bird looks very thin." So the clever old crow went to live in the same cave where the owls lived. He quickly built himself a nest with dried twigs just near the entrance of the cave. "I don't want to disturb your family of kind owls, so I will just build a nest here at the entrance of the cave," he said. Soon he built a large nest with lots of twigs and dried leaves and grass. The owls watched the crows piling up so much wood at the entrance of their cave and were not pleased at all with this. But their king said, "Let the poor bird build a nest for himself. He is not coming in our way." "You are so kind and generous, O king of owls. How lucky these owls are to have you as their king," said the clever crow, bowing his head as he quietly laughed to himself. Next day in the afternoon, when the owls were asleep inside the cave, the old crow flew back to the banyan tree. "Come, your majesty. We must act now. There is no time to lose. Everyone, bring a burning piece of wood with you." So all the crows now flew towards the cave where the owls lived. Each crow was carrying a burning piece of wood in its beak. All the creatures of the forest looked up and wondered what was happening. "Where are these crows going with burning twigs in their beaks?" they asked each other. The crows reached the cave and then hovered in the air. Then they quickly dropped the burning wood on the twigs that Sthirajivi, the old crow, had gathered near the entrance of the cave. The dry twigs and the grass caught fire at once. A huge black cloud of smoke rose in the air. Owls began to screech and flap their wings as they tried to fly out of the cave. Many of them burnt their wings. Some even died, but quite a few managed to escape. They flew far away from the forest and never attacked the crows on the banyan tree again. But ever since then, owls and crows hate each other and have remained enemies forever.
अभी आप सुन रहे थे कहानी ऑफ आउल्स एंड क्रोज और ये कहानी आपको सुना रही थी अंजना शर्मा, हु इज पॉपुलरली नोन एज बुलबुल शर्मा। तो आज बस इतना ही, और अगर आप अपने विचार, अपने सुझाव, अपने कमेंट्स हम तक भेजना चाहते हैं तो जल्दी से लिखकर भेजिए फेसबुक पेज आकाशवाणी फीचर्स पे, और हम इंतजार करेंगे आपके कमेंट्स और आपके मैसेजेस का। थैंक यू सो मच एंड यू टेक केयर, बाय।
A presentation of the Central English and Hindi Features units for our External Services Division. This broadcast came to you from the Delhi station of All India Radio.
जंगल जंगल फिर बात चली।